Hi, I'm Sam. Welcome to Heal with Sam. I'm a mom who no longer parents her children, and I have created a healing community here on YouTube. I have a healing community on TikTok the past 3 years, and I'm new here on YouTube. So if you can, please like this video and subscribe. Today's topic is emotional dissonance. Emotional dissonance is when a person feels two opposite, opposing feelings at the same time, and these feelings are valid. As a mother without her children, someone else is raising my children, I experience ambiguous loss. I am grieving ambiguous loss. Ambiguous loss is losing someone who is still alive. So for me, that's my children. And here on this channel, it is about children. The reason that you might be not raising your child, or maybe just doing so part-time, that reason isn't important here on this channel. This channel is for mothers who are having to live any day without their kids, because it's the worst. And mothers need support. For decades and decades, mothers have been isolated and filled with shame and guilt and blame if they're not parenting their children. And mothers deserve and need support. I am a good mom. I never abused or neglected my children. And I grieve every day. I'm grieving through ambiguous loss. There's no rituals, there's no compassion, there's no time off, there's no break in our society for mothers who are grieving from ambiguous loss. And so another reason, if that describes you, to press the like button and subscribe. Emotional dissonance. You start to feel better and then grief appears. You start laughing again and your grief feels betrayed. You start growing and the fear of leaving them behind. You feel peace and then shame for not suffering enough. The first one and the last one are kind of similar. You start feeling better and then guilt appears. You feel peace and then shame for not suffering enough. When you're a mother without your children, you're in this perpetual punishing yourself. And society reflects that. There's no compassion for mothers who don't have their children. It's assumed that you're a bad mother if you lost your child. I know that's not true. And I know we can be our own worst enemy and critic sometimes. But I am here to tell moms that you do deserve to grow, to feel better. You do deserve to feel peace. Absolutely. I know that once I was on search for peace. It's when I was still had my children and custody of them. I raised them, and I had left my abusive ex, finally, for good, and we needed a home. We just needed a home. And in the process of us looking for one, I was on the search for peace. And I just knew that when we found our home, that's all we needed. I had everything else to taken care of. We were a beautiful, happy, healthy family. And so that was going to be my peace. I didn't care what the home looked like. I was going to make it work. We just needed help. I needed help get on my feet. And my kids were taken before I got that opportunity. But then once they were taken and I went on a healing journey, more like a spiritual journey at that point, I learned that peace is within. I had it the whole time. And so you are able to have peace, and I give you permission to do so. You laugh again and grief feels betrayed. I don't laugh anymore, do you? You start growing in fear of leaving them behind. This is the one that is most panicky in me, most prevalent in me. I want to be exactly the same when we have our reunion. And in my mind, they're exactly the same, but obviously that's not true. That's impossible. And obviously I'm not going to be the same. We're all going to have gotten older. And that is a very intense worry, panic within me that I'm growing without them. But growing's a good thing. When we do have our reunion one day, hopefully sooner than later, I've grown, and they're going to see a strong woman, a wise woman, a loving mother, a stable mom. So growth is a good thing. How emotional dissonance shows up in your body. And I am going to get to how to heal from this duality of feeling like you're two people. So stick around to the end. The way that emotional dissonance shows up in your body is tight chest, lump in throat, chronic fatigue, guilt when you're calm, anxiety when happy, emotional numbness after growth moments, and feeling split or fragmented. Hence the two people inside of me. I feel like two people. And before we get to the how to heal, a mother often says, if I heal, it means I didn't love them enough. If I'm okay, it means what happened was okay. If I move forward, then I'm abandoning them. And I can relate to all three of those. If you can too and want to put it in the comments, that would be great. What we're feeling is normal, and we're obviously allowed to feel it, and we need to feel it, and we need to accept it and let it go. So now let's get to the ways where we can heal from emotional dissonance. The direct way to heal from emotional dissonance is an understanding of some things that we're fixing to go over, but I just want to add first that this is all related with our nervous system. And so somatic healing is important. You can look that up, and it includes things like breathing techniques. Inhale for 4, hold for 4, exhale for 4. There's different counts. There's different ways to do it. YouTube here has a lot of breathing meditations, shaking your body, dancing your body, movement, putting your feet in the ground, walking, stretching, yoga, meditation. All of these things help repair your nervous system. And when you do it, over time, it lets your body know that you're safe, that it is safe to live, it is safe to heal, it is safe to be, it is safe to do everything. Some things you have to know. Tell yourself, get it through your head, that grief is not the opposite of healing. Love does not require suffering. Growth does not erase connection. Peace does not mean forgetting. And joy does not dishonor the loss. So those are all truths. Repeat them over and over to yourself throughout the day. Write them down and then read them. Those were all truths. And all of it is saying that you can grow and live and move forward with grief inside of you. You can be the person who you're meant to be and live while holding on to that connection in a healthy way for when you reunite again, if you do. I hope this video has helped you some today. Know that you can carry who you are today and your purpose and the love for your child at the same time and move forward. Healing from grief is not linear, and being who we're meant to be is okay. The grief inside of us doesn't get smaller. We love and miss our children. That's never going to change. But the person we become grows around that grief, and that's healing, and that's what our future looks like and moving forward. And so I hope that this video made some ways that you feel and things that you carry normalized by hearing it. If you have anything you want to share or say in the comments, please do. It's how we can build a community here on this channel. That is my goal. And I'll see you next time. Keep healing.